here at the main tower, which is the nerve center of the Red Bull Aries, the main control center of the Red Bull Aries. We have about 4 floors here, in different floors. Wow! And with these 4 floors, we have different tasks to fulfill and different people with different responsibilities. So let's come in and. This is the race tower, the Red Bull Aries race tower. We have 2 of them because from a logistical point of view it makes sense to bring the whole infrastructure via sea freight to these different locations. We have 4 different floors and every floor has a different kind of responsibility. General information, we have about 450 people, international people, which coming from one race to the other, and then we serve additional 1,000 people depending on each location nationally. Wow. That's, for example, national security people, national agency people helping us to fulfill our requirements, what we have on site, starting from fences, scrims, toilets, the whole national caterer, and then.
Right, that's not just for the race. Sorry, for the race tower. That's for the whole.
No,
race.
no, it's for the whole thing. Right. And the race tower is really the main control center of the Red Bull Aries.
Yeah? You said there was two of these towers?
Yes, I have 2 of these towers. As to manage the series, it makes sense to have 2. And we, for example, there. 3 weeks ago we have been in Rio, and the tower in Rio went directly to Europe. And this tower goes from here to New York for the race. Yeah, this floor at the bottom of the tower, we have our international partner. It's Riedel. It's called Riedel. They're gonna provide us with communication. You can imagine, main communication is the main tool for us, because to lead those people, those approximately 1,000 people, you need the right to have the right equipment in that place. And so everybody,
communication.
Yeah, first. So everybody is equipped with walkie-talkies, and so we say we can communicate between each other.
Right.
Okay. This is, as I said, in the top floor. In the morning, everybody is gonna pick up his walkie-talkie. Okay. So everybody is equipped with the tool to communicate between each other.
All right. Yeah.
Maybe go in the first floor.
Yeah.
As you already can hear, it's the audio-video level here. So those people are providing the audio for the people on site, and those guys is providing the video regime. So we have approximately 35 different camera positions. 35 different camera positions.
Does that include the helicopters?
Yes, the Cineflex is in the helicopter. We call it the Cineflex camera. But we have on-site additional 30 different camera positions. And we get those footage we are getting here. This guy is just making the on-site, the wheelie walls. You know, to give the people the right information, that they know what's going on. And he's leading the whole content through the day. He's putting it into place here. Okay? You can see the different camera positions on the airport, also on the planes. Every plane is equipped with 2 cameras, a tail camera and
Cockpit.
so you can see, to give the spectator standing the television the right view and to get this.
He's mixing it live?
He's mixing, yeah. Not everything, because we're gonna start with the content, we cut it beforehand, but the rundown is live because if something happens or if there is a pylon hit, for example, he has to stay and then put into additional content.
So the 35 cameras, how many of those are the ones that are on the airplanes themselves?
No, these are additionals.
Additional?
Yes, we have cameras which are on site. We have also a feature side, and then at each plane they have 2 cameras. And this,
Do you have any cameras on the US side?
it's about 5.
About 5 to 6. Is that included in the 35?
Yeah, it's like the FIA in motorsports.
Right, okay.
We have the FIA in the aviation. And this authority gives us the possibility to call the Red Bull Air Race World Championship. So they're gonna control us, they supervise us that everything is fair and that everybody has the right conditions. And so these are controlled by the FIA. And the TV stewards, they cannot go in at the moment because there's the debrief, but you have to imagine in there they get the different content of each camera and also from the tail cameras, and then can judge if it was right, in the right level, if they do the level flying or knife edge flying, okay? And then after this, they give their expectations to the top floor of the tower. There is the main steward sitting, and he's the guy who is really deciding then if the guy gets a penalty or not.
Got it. All right.
Okay. At the third level, we have people and responsible people. It's Aqua Events. It's a company from Rotterdam, from the Netherlands. They are really experts and specialists in all aqua solutions.
Aqua solutions?
Yeah, that means they are responsible for all what happens on the water.
Okay.
So they are providing us with the barges, the platforms which are swimming. They are fixing it, they get the right GPS data, and they have to fix it on the ground so that they do not move, that everybody has the same conditions.
Got it. Okay.
And they check, for sure, they provide us with the ships and make everything happen.
So they control the boats?
They control the boats, they have the nautical maps and the water taps, and so they have...
How many boats?
We have approximately 5 different boats. And we need additional towing boats to bring those barges into the right positions.
5 boats
we
plus
have to,
towing boats.
Yeah, towing
And
boats.
how many towing boats?
Depending on the location, but 2 to 3. Yeah.
Okay. Great.
Yeah. And additional to that place, it's here the position of those people. They are from the national agency, and they're gonna help us, as I said before, to get all the requirements what we need. There's a list of 700 different positions and what we need, and so they're gonna help us to get this done. Not everything is international, from international, like the toilets and the screens and the rights, and so they help us to solve We call it the nicest office in town because we always change. You have to imagine 2 weeks ago we have been in Rio, now we are here, and it's always really the most prominent place to be here. And so we work 12 to 14 hours and more, but we always have the very nice view, for example, here to Detroit. Yeah. As I said before, this is really the main command center here at the top floor of the tower. For example, here at the first row, there are sitting people which are connected to aviation. They do the decisions. For example, the race director is the guy who is leading the pilots, give them the right commands to enter the racetrack, for example. Then the first row we also have the director of aviation. He's the guy who is fully responsible for all aviation operations. Then on the left side we have the judges, as I said before, the main judge and the assistant judge. He gets the visual with his eyes. He tries to observe all the things, but he also gets the information from the second floor, from the TV stewards, if the pilot did it right or not. And if the pilot, for example, did not derive knife edge positions, then he is the guy who is pushing the button, and then to the total time they're gonna add, for example, 2 seconds because of the incorrect knife edge. Okay. Then on the second row here, this is everything related with event production, with the rundown of the event. On the right side here, we have the responsible person from SOS. We call it Safety Officials and Security. He's the guy who is leading and coordinating all the security people here. And he is also responsible for all the health and safety regulations and for the rescue chain. If something happens, if there is an incident or an accident, he coordinates with his liaison person. They stay here with the board, with the ambulance, with the fire brigade and the police. If there is an incident, he's in direct connection with those guys, and then they can find out and can communicate with them to get the right action in place. Then we have the Red Bull Air Race CEO, Bernd Leudl. He's fully responsible for the Red Bull Air Race GmbH and the whole rundown. And Frank Fischbert is the guy who is standing up with the white skirt. He's a very important person because of the rundown. We call him the show caller. And the show caller is going through. I can show you afterwards the schedule. He's running through the whole schedule from beginning in the morning, from 7 o'clock till 21 or 9 o'clock in the evening, and he provides us on site with the right information, what to do, what is coming next, what is the next side act, or if there is, for example, in the qualifying or in the race, there is a pylon hit. Then it takes us approximately 3 to 4 minutes to get this solved, the pylon, and then he's telling us you have to everybody, you have to add another 3 to 4 minutes to your schedule. So everybody knows on site with this approximately 1,000 people that you know that the whole thing is delayed for 3 or 4 more minutes.
Wow.
Okay. And on the left side, this is my position here. I'm responsible for the whole event production and also for the World Series budget. So I'm checking that everything is solved money-wise, and I'm responsible for the whole rundown and the production, as you can see on site.
You said there's about 450 people that travel with Red Bull, plus 1,000 at each individual?
Yes, as I said before, it's depending on the location. You have to imagine, for example, here in Windsor, it's approximately 500 people national-wise. But in Rio or in New York, depending on the location, we have additional 500 to 600 national security people there, and they're gonna help us to observe and to secure the locations.
Got it.
Okay.
Just so you know, we meet with the pilots.
But within this 2.5 million. And our next stop is New York. So
Everything here is going to New York,
yeah,
right?
we with 95 trucks. We're gonna bring the whole infrastructure from Windsor to New York, and after the race in New York, we're gonna bring the most of the equipment via sea freight to Europe, and the very important equipment like camera equipment, like the whole technology, and then we're gonna fly to Europe. And the next race in Europe is 5 weeks after New York, and we're gonna start in Germany, and from Germany then to Hungary, Budapest, the main capital, and then to Porto, which is the last race for the World Championship in 2000.
And Joe didn't do an announcement at all, did he?
No. Nee, ich frage jetzt die Produktion, ob wir alles treffen wollen. Okay, bitte unterschreiben. Laura, you can tell us with the now that this says security expectations. So we're doing the commercials now. Ready? That's okay. It's just down there, the public area. Okay, we deal with all my things. Reading you loud and clear.
Do you want to retain audio? Or can you shut down audio?